right, you know what I'm going to do really quickly while I'm thinking about it? I'm going to take off those high polished hoop earrings and I'm going to put on our one time only hoop earrings, which are these really beautiful sculptural earrings. So if you're wondering about my earrings, they're the one time only, under $35, easy pay, coming up. When are we talking about those one time onlys, Brian? Anytime soon? The earrings, the one time only earrings. Is that in the last hour? Ooh, they're cool. Ooh. In the last hour, okay? But you can get them now if you'd like to. All right, so let's talk about this next ring because it's pretty fabulous. Choice of, first of all, your gemstone. It's a nice, simple, oval cabochon, top quality gem. Right here, you know this guy. This is the labradorite, which is that beautiful labradorescence, those green and blue iridescence running through that stone, surrounded in a high polished, smooth bezel and a sterling silver band. Next to that, ooh, look at that. This is moonstone, chocolate moonstone. And what we've done is we set it in a beautiful 14 karat rose gold over silver setting. So let me just slip that on and show this to you. So we've only offered this chocolate moonstone maybe in 2 other pieces. In fact, I think maybe we did one in Orpaz and maybe we've done 1 piece in gold. So we haven't offered a lot of chocolate moonstone. Our buyers just got back from Vicenza, as well as they've traveled to Hong Kong for the gemstone shows. Guess which stone is leading the way as one of the hottest new stones in jewelry? You guessed it, chocolate moonstone. And in the rose setting, phenomenal. In fact, when I was working with the buyers looking at pieces for the show, and they showed me this chocolate moonstone, I suggested doing it in the rose tone because I had seen in a magazine a couple of years ago, very, 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 very expensive French watch brand, and they were featuring a rose gold 18 karat watch, and it had a chocolate like luminescent face. And I just thought, oh my gosh, like if that's not luxury, I don't know what is. So that brown and rose, they just seem to be so at home with each other, don't they? And the fun of the moonstone is that it looks like you have a little glow of moon reflection. That's not across the surface of the ring. See that? It's all within the ring itself. It's not across the surface. That glow is coming from within the ring itself. It's a chatoyancy. The same way that you see that kind of light beam going through a beautiful piece of tiger's eye. This is a little cleaner, it's a little smoother, it's a little more refined. I will also tell you the weight on this, they did a great job. So it doesn't feel flimsy, doesn't feel, you know, like there's hardly anything to it. It feels good, it'll balance nicely on your hand. I love that there's no prongs that are going to get in the way. So you're really ahead of the game here, I have to tell you. Much like many of you were ahead of the game 5 years ago with labradorite, you're going to be ahead of the, and now it's everywhere, you're going to be ahead of the game with this chocolate moonstone, because I can tell you in the next year or so, it's going to be one of the hottest things out there in jewelry. And how cool are you? You had it first. Let's take a minute and step away from the rose tone and the brown, and then let's look at the labradorite. So let's talk about labradorite for a second here. Labradorite is this stone that is really prized for its labradorescence, okay? Oftentimes called the shill. The shill is that really beautiful color play that you see going on there. Do you see how I have some black fissures going through that stone? Some of you may look at that and think they're cracks. Some of you may think that that's a sign of poor quality. It is none of those things. That is just one of Mother Nature's fingerprints on this stone. And I point that out because, you know, I've read the reviews on certain pieces of jewelry that we've offered in labradorite, and some of the negative comments sometimes are that, oh, my labradorite had a black line going right through it. That should be expected. Sometimes we get pieces that are nice and clean, and sometimes you might get a piece that's nice and clean. But really, labradorite is more likely to have some of those veins going through them, similar to the way you would see veins or matrix going through turquoise. It is normal. It doesn't mean your stone is cracked. It doesn't mean that it's poor quality. What really prized labradorite is known for, I mean, in a perfect world, yeah, it would be a little more clean like you see that one. But really, what you should be buying the labradorite for is not so much the cleanliness of the stone, but really that labradorescence, that greenish blue inner glow that that magical stone possesses. It's a definite conversation starter. Still to this day, when I wear labradorite, people aren't quite sure what it is. The shill that you get in the labradorite, I mean, look at that piece. Really? Sometimes see how you get kind of a greenish gold, and sometimes you'll kind of get more of a deeper electric blue. Every piece is different. Normally, poor quality labradorite is going to be flat. It's going to be cloudy gray. And it really, as you move it back and forth, is going to give you none of that labradorescence magic. That's why people love labradorite, because when you look down at your hand, every which way your hand moves, you see this beautiful glow. Look how pretty it is if you put it next to the bracelet that we have coming up as well. So I mean, if you're really wanting to go for that labradorite look, you know, and see here, this piece of labradorite has that really deep inner blue, where this ring that I'm showing you has sort of the blue and the green and the gold all in one piece. It kind of almost looks like that iridescence that you would see on a butterfly wing, or maybe even a fish scale, something like that. It's special. Years ago, we would have never offered labradorite on QVC because there is such that huge range in quality. What you need to know is we've learned along the way, and what we've learned is that we can really restrict the range of labradorite that we will accept from our different manufacturers around the world. And the range that we use was actually helped developed by the manufacturer here that are based in India, because India is Jaipur is the stone cutting capital of the world. Most gemstones travel through India at some point. So you have top quality labradorite here. That's also important to know. Top quality moonstone here. Again, a beautiful milky chocolate brown, that beautiful glow from within as you move that hand, that wonderful chatoyancy that just gives you that magnificent light beam against that rose tone metal. I don't have a lot of colors in the show that feature that rose tone, especially up against a gemstone. So if you think that's something you kind of like, this might be a really nice piece for you. I mean, after all, fall and winter are great months to be pulling out those shades of chocolate brown, so now you have a way to do it with your jewelry too. Over 1,000 of those have just now been ordered. Remember too, all of the prices that we're showing you go away at midnight. Well, I mentioned my labradorite cuff bracelet. This is coming up in just a couple of minutes. And this is our Vicenza style, which means it's made in Italy. This beautiful satin finish to the silver. It's a wavy cuff. It features different shapes and cuts of labradorite, and it's a one-time only value of either $129 or $139. In addition to that, you have a 4-pay easy pay plan, J260046. Also, I switched into these earrings. These are another one-time only that I have for you. You get 2 in this show, plus you get 2 easy payments. J265193 is your item number for those. Those are $17 and change a month on easy pay, J265193. All right, well, let's spend some time now talking about what has been one of the most popular items on the day. Really, really great look, a wonderful gift item, and I think a lot of you are buying it for that reason, as well as many of you are always looking for beautiful jewelry ways to show and express your faith. So here is a brand new concept in a cross bracelet. It is item number J274806. It has been so popular that we've gone to advanced orders with this, I believe. Right, Brian? We're in advanced orders for this. And these will ship in December 10th. Your choices here are the all sterling silver, so you have that beautiful polished silver. We have it for you in a 14 karat yellow gold over silver and a 14 karat rose gold over silver. This bracelet is adjustable. So what you're going to find is that as I move the silver bracelet around. I can show you that it has a lobster claw clasp. At its longest, it will be 8 inches. But notice here's a little ring and here's a little ring that will allow you to also adjust this from 8 inches to 7.5 inches to 7 inches. So this is going to be a bracelet that will be a phenomenal gift item for somebody on your list. It's a great bracelet for you to wear, obviously. Maybe you already have the, I'm just going to polish this on here a little bit. Those fingerprints off, hopefully. It's a great gift if you want to give this to somebody that you know wears a cross necklace every single day. Won't it be great for them to wear this cross bracelet? It's very quiet. It's very delicate. I've seen these out in the department stores and costume jewelry. Remember, what you're shopping for tonight is beautiful, precious metal, sterling silver. Sterling silver really elevates this to a fine jewelry feel. Quiet, simple, elegant, easy for you to tuck underneath a sleeve if you're not that comfortable, you know, having it show for other people, because the fact of the matter is you're really wearing this for yourself. What a great item for that first Holy Communion, for confirmation. Maybe your daughter or granddaughter attends, you know, a Christian college, maybe is, you know, studying, you know, theology or religion. Wouldn't this be a really fantastic gift for Christmas? It's J274806. Here's an update on this bracelet. Over 16,000 have been ordered today. If you would like the yellow choice, only 2,500 remain. In the silver choice, there's only 800 left. Oh, and if you want the rose, only 200 left. We do not have a second advanced order for this item, so essentially what I'm telling you is those quantities that we have remaining are it. So if we sell out of the 200 rose that I have left, that's the end of discussion for this piece. If we sell out of the silver that you see there on Brenda with our gorgeous Riccio hot pick, love that combination, we do not have another advanced order. You are still guaranteed to get this in time for Christmas. And speaking of that, I think it's also important for you to know that if you are looking to buy some gifts in our show tonight, we have now started our extended return policy, which normally at QVC, most months of the year, you can buy any item and you have 30 days to return it. Well, right now, we're in extended return policy mode, which means that any item that you buy can be returned up until January 31st. So don't not buy any jewelry gifts during the show because you're thinking, wait a minute, it's October, I have 30 days to return it, but I want to give it as a Christmas gift. We've extended our return policy on all items, not just on the air, but on QVC.com too, so that you have until January 31st to return them, should you need to do that. I think that's remarkable. I don't think most other retailers allow you to have that kind of a return policy. A lot of them, they give you 2 weeks, some 10 days. Some, if you return it after 30 days, you only get a certain amount of the value, not 100%, not QVC. We want you to find great gifts. We know you're going to be holding on to them. In case something happens, you still have to the end of January to return them, and that applies to this $29 bracelet. Don't forget, too, coming up in a little while, we have the necklaces that are a very nice complement. They are a delicate piece. I want to make sure you know that. So don't just be like, ooh, there's a necklace, I want to get that too. It does have a little diamond accents. Let me make sure I'm facing this the right way. There it is. So if you'd like to get the necklace, it's also around $29. So certainly ask about that. That's available in the cross style. We also have the necklace that has the word love. Diamond cut pieces of sterling silver across the cross with a genuine diamond accent right in the middle. But that's another option for you with this horizontal cross style. This is $29.86. It is J274806. If you want the rose, it's last call. If you want the silver, that is now last call. And don't forget, we really work hard to make sure that the pieces we do with the yellow gold plating don't look brassy, don't look too golden, they don't look too buttery, that they really are the shade of 14 karat gold that most of your jewelry is, so that you can be wearing that and really loving it and having it all work together. So don't hesitate to get that gold cross, because to buy that in real 14 karat gold could certainly cost you a lot more money. Also a reminder, you know, believe it or not, it's 10/18. This sale is over at midnight. So that means the prices on these items go away at midnight too. So take advantage of that option to get this piece at under $30. And if you're interested in the scale of that cross, let me just tell you, it's going to measure just about, the long portion of the cross is just about 1 3/4 of an inch long, and the short piece of the cross is going to be 1 inch. So nice proportion. This is all done on a baby Rolo chain. It's completely adjustable, so for a small wrist it can fit 7 inches. Then there's a circle that will allow you to take it to 7.5. There's another final length that will allow you to take it to 8 inches. So adjustable. Final quantities in that silver and rose. Stay on the line. J274806 is your item number there. And then here is that diamond accent necklace that I was mentioning in either the horizontal cross style or in the word love. That comes in a choice of sterling silver or the rose gold over silver, under $30 again. Phenomenal gift item here, guys. J274805. Oh, look at this ring. You're the first to see it. We don't have a lot of them to go around. It is so gorgeous, I can't even take it. The weight of it, it feels like a really good piece of jewelry. You have a 1/2 carat total weight here in your blue diamonds or your beautiful cognac diamonds. You have hand set baguettes, which are fancy cuts, pure white, gorgeous baguettes, all set in sterling silver. That is such a good ring. 1/2 carat of Affinity Diamonds, J273493. All right, so let's spend some time now talking about the first of 2 one-time only values that I have for you. You all have been like, Jill, I'm not waiting for you. I'm going to go ahead and get mine. So what is it? Oh, it's a gorgeous bracelet, isn't it? It is a cuff bracelet done in this wavy style. And what you can see here, you love the little, how fancy we are here? Billion-dollar company. We use paper clips to stand up our pillows. But I just want you to kind of see the waviness here of the silver, the brushed finish that you see of the silver, and then look how they've used the different shapes and the different cuts in this cabochon form of the labradorite scattered across that wavy look. Oh, this is such a good bracelet. Italian made. This is made from a relatively small factory. They're really known for their beautiful finishing work. It just absolutely exquisite. And you can see that you're going to have 4 oval cabochons of your labradorite. You're going to have your 1 large square labradorite, which is actually slightly pyramid cut. And that's going to kind of anchor the look of the bracelet right in the center. We have it for you in 2 different sizes as well. So I have it on the average, and you can see that, you know, you've got a little bit of play with that silver to cinch it down if you need to. And then we also have it for you in the larger size. We've also, I'm going to take off this one here and show you on this piece. We've also backed the labradorite with an extra piece of black agate. And what that does is it really allows the glow and the labradorescence of that labradorite to shine through. Here's another place where I want to talk to you for a second. Do you see that fissure going through the stone? That doesn't mean it's bad. It doesn't mean that it is defective. It doesn't mean that it's anything less than, you know, great quality. It's just Mother Nature. The same way when you look at emeralds, and emeralds have those Mother Nature's, you know, kind of fingerprints because of the inclusions. There are some stones that are going to have those. Frankly, to me, that's what makes sure people know it's real and it's one of a kind. It's the same thing with pearls that sometimes have a little bit of imperfection to them, and that's how you know it's the real thing. So really understand that about labradorite. I kind of feel like maybe we as show hosts didn't do enough explaining on what the expectation should be with this unique stone. We get so wrapped up in the color story, and that's certainly important, but I think it's really important for you to understand that while you're going to get that color, there are some other things that are going to be going on in that stone too. Maybe there's speckles, maybe they kind of look like black wavy lines, maybe they look like a little crack running through it, but that's all normal. That has nothing really to do with the quality. It really all has to do with that's just Mother Nature. I suppose we could work with a vendor, source completely flawless labradorite for you, and then charge you $2,000 for the piece. And then you'd be like, what the heck? It's labradorite, right? So, I mean, I think you have to really sort of, know what you're looking at and really understand what the qualities of this particular gem are. Now that we've got that out of the way, just for a second, let's look at how stylish and cool this bracelet is. One of my favorite items. I was so happy to see it was a one-time only, because that helps you price-wise, that helps you easy pay-wise in a season that is going to be not just this season, but next season too, all about the wrist. Honey, you have a great way to show off your wrist with this bracelet. The color, the uniqueness of the style, it looks Italian. The width on this bracelet is going to be 1¼ inches wide. You have a little play in the back of the bracelet. Please don't go crazy opening it and cinching it and opening it and cinching it. Really try to get it to the right fit the first time that you put it on. Gingerly open it up the next time so that you're not squeezing it too much each and every time. Totally comfortable, really, really feminine piece. Just, a standout, a real standout in design, in comfort. It sits down on your wrist really nicely. So again, you've got that little play underneath, so if you just want to cinch it a little bit to fit, great. But look how I can flex my wrist up and down, no problem. It's not flopping around all over the place. And as I move, you can see the beautiful labradorescence kind of coming off each of the stones. They may not all glow looking at it head on. You have to remember that too. Some of these stones are set at an angle, so it might take a little movement to be able to see that blue glow from within or that greenish gold glow from within. But really nice quality labradorite here, and some fun cuts that you normally don't see. So here's an update here on this particular piece. We started with 2,400 of these bracelets. In the average size, there's 450 left. And there's 500 left in the large. Again, this particular piece is a great example of how labradorite can be kind of that greenish, aqua, bluish gold, but then also can have like that magnificent kind of cobalt running through it too. There you can see it has that kind of little fissure running through it. That, some of you might call that a crack. It really isn't a crack. As you can see there, it's down deep within the stone. It's just inherent of the quality, or not inherent of the quality, it's inherent of the stone. It's not an indication of quality. Here you can see this piece has kind of like a little cloudy bubble going across it, but you still see the glow from within. So it really is beautiful stone, a magical stone, not something you see most places. I'm surprised that with as popular as labradorite has been at QVC, I haven't seen more of it out there. I'll look in the department stores when I walk through, nobody really has it. Some of the higher end designers might use it a little bit here or there, but again, with a designer name attached, you're paying, 10 times as much as what you're seeing for this piece here. So the value is tremendous. This is the only piece in the show that has this beautiful Fiorenza finish across the silver, all made in Italy, beautifully crafted. Again, each labradorite stone backed with a piece of black agate. It's just creating some darkness so that when you see the stone, you get more of the glow. If we'd left it open in the back, your skin tone, the light coming in from other sources might quiet down that chill or that labradorescence that people love. So we've really found that by creating a backing there, it allows that glow to come through. This is a one-time only price, only until midnight. That 4-pay Easy Pay plan is only there till midnight. It is the only Labradorite bracelet that I have for you in this show. I do have some options for Labradorite in necklaces and in rings, but if you're really wanting that great bracelet, now is the time to dial in. The fun thing about Labradorite is, I mean, some of you I know are going crazy and you have lots of it. I love it. I mean, I've worn it for years, but I have a couple of key special pieces, and I really make them the standout. I have a great necklace that I wear. It's a killer piece. I don't wear a matching earring and bracelet and ring when I wear that. Find that one. And if this is that one really great Labradorite piece, it can stand on its own, put regular silver with it, you can wear sapphires with it, you can wear mother of pearl with it in the black tones, you can do some of the Honora colored pearls with it. Let this be that one really great standout piece because it really can hold its own. So real quick update for you again, we started with 2,400 of these, now in the large, only 450 left. Only 300 left in the average. There is no advanced order on this bracelet. What we have is what we have, and now we're getting kind of, you know, cutting it close here with only a few hundred remaining. Before we wrap this up, I'd love to go to Georgia and say hi to Karen, who's joining us. Hi, Karen. It's Jill. How are you?
Hi, Jill. I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing great. Having fun with all this beautiful jewelry.
Oh, I am having a blast.
So what did you find in the show, Karen?
The cuff, of course.
Of course. It's a good piece, isn't it?
Oh, it is beautiful. I saw the other Labradorite cuff that was in the show in Lisa's show.
Yes.
And I reached for the phone and put it back, and reached for the phone and put it back, and it was such a difficult choice not to pick that up. Now I know why I didn't get that one.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's cool and different, but it's feminine and pretty. It looks like really expensive jewelry because it's made in Italy. I'm so glad we had it for you at this one-time only price.
I am ecstatic. It is exactly what I would have picked, and I'm one of those crazy people that has lots of Labradorite, too.
Oh, good. What do you love about this stone, Karen?
It's different. It's not around as much as yet. It will be, I'm sure. And the glow from within, like you guys are talking about, it does glow from within. And each time you look at it, you see something different.
Yes.
And the shapes on this cuff it's just perfect, the way it's styled. I love the square or the princess cut, whatever you call it.
Yeah.
You know, the one and then the ovals. It's just, the way it's arranged is just gorgeous.
Oh, I'm so glad you're happy with it, and I can't wait for you to get yours and see it in person.
Me neither.
Well, enjoy it. Layer it up with all those other things you have, and enjoy it every time you wear it.
Thank you, I will. And you're doing a great job, Jill. Thank you so much.
Oh, my pleasure, Karen. Thanks for hanging in there with me.
Oh, all night.
Okay, good. Glad to know you're there. Thank you.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
So listen, we're going to wrap up on this. Not many left. So we have 200 left in the average, about 400 in the large. Again, that large is going to go up to about an 8 1/4 inch wrist. So you've got some nice room with that one. And that is item number J260046. Now, already 1,500 of you have dialed in for the earrings I'm wearing, and these are J265193. We will talk about these in about 35 minutes, so just after 11 o'clock, flip on back over so you can see the full presentation on these. They're under $35. They're on 2 easy payments, a great look in sculptural silver, and some diamond cutting glitz too, J265193. So we're into advanced orders on our Orpaz Druzy Quartz elongated ring. Gorgeous piece, only piece of Druzy Quartz I have for you in this 3 hours. Sale priced at $89.72. Every color is phenomenal. I love the black, but the silver is classic. The blue is so vibrant. That pink, that rose color gives you very much the feeling of rose gold or the bronzo jewelry you're wearing so much of. The fit on that ring, too, is so comfortable. That is J274895. love, love, love this next item. Not the biggest, boldest piece of silver that you're probably buying today, but let me tell you, absolutely one of the shimmeriest. Did I just make up a word? I can't think of another, a better word to describe it. It is just going to shimmer. It's going to reflect. We're calling this our polished glitter necklace. I was calling it the confetti necklace. They are discs of silver that are high polished, all linked together, and just give you shimmer, shimmer, shimmer. I absolutely love it. We have a lot of different lengths here. So on this here, we have 24 inches and 36 inches, all right? So the nice thing about the 36 on this one is that you can double that easily and get a lot of wear. But if you just want it simple, 18 inches, boy, that's nice. Here we have it for you in 60 inches. So you can double it, you can triple it, you could quadruple it if you wanted to. So love that 60-inch length. And then for years, we carried a chain on QVC called the Cento chain. Cento means 100 in Italian. That was the brain brilliance of Jane Tracy, who I credit for everything I've ever learned about sterling silver. Jane taught me so much when I was a brand new host in the Jurassic period, and she just taught me everything I know about silver, and she always had such fun and cool ways to talk about it and come up with new ideas. And she had thought, what if we did a great silver necklace strand, a chain, made it 100 inches and called it the Cento chain. So for years we had that Cento chain. We kind of are bringing it back here because the beauty of 100 inches, oh my gosh, it is going to be doubled, tripled, quadrupled, quintupled. I mean, you can do so much with it. Or, you know, maybe you just wrap it around and instead of staggering it, you just wear it all grouped together by itself. Look at the movement on this chain. I mean, talk about glitter shimmer like you would find on mermaid scales. I just absolutely adore this necklace. I think it's fabulous. I love the price on it. For $18, or excuse me, for $25, you can get an 18-inch length. That is one of the most affordable items of this entire show. And did I mention this is Vicenza silver? So you're getting something that's from Italy. You're getting something made by some of the best craftspeople in the world. Nobody makes chain better than the Italians, and nobody innovates new ideas in chains better than the Italians either. So this is one of those pieces that if you're going to go for it, I think it is a piece that you will just find yourself reaching for over and over again. And we did it in these unique lengths because we realized how much versatility you could have with this chain in that 60-inch length, in that 100-inch length, heck, even in 36 inches, right? Because at the very least in that 36-inch length, you're doubling it, and so you've got a multi-strand look, or you have a great way to use a pendant or an enhancer with it. There you can see on Brenda. Are you in one necklace, Brenda? You're in two. So you can see again, she's got one that's kind of doubled down longer, one that she's wearing up a little bit higher, works with her neckline beautifully. So good. This is such a good necklace, you guys. So we have it for you in that 24-inch length, which is going to be $25. I think I said 18 before, I'm sorry. 24-inch length is $25. 36-inch length is $35. 60 inches is $55, and 100 inches of this chain that still has a lobster claw clasp, $90. That is J272210. The 100-inch length is the most limited. Only 200 of those left to go around. All right, you guys, look at this. Totally funny story. We actually had other manufacturers call our silver buyer, Christy, and say, how did they make that bracelet for that price? This is under $40, beautiful diamond cutting, beautifully hammered, choice of silver, 14 karat rose gold over silver, 14 karat yellow gold over silver. It's a buy more and save, so you could buy one of each color. We have 3 different sizes for you on that. Really amazing look. If you want that tri-tone look, you should buy one of each of those. Use that buy more and save, and for around $100, it's going to look like you were shopping on Fifth Avenue. They're fabulous. Already on those, the silver average size is already sold out. So I would get it. Don't wait. Small, average, large, J272647. You will love those. They look so good, and they look much more expensive than $38. So one of my favorite diamond pieces coming up, plus more great things that you haven't seen yet, so don't go away. We have some really good diamond pieces in this show. If you're just tuning into QVC, we had these great Eternity bands on a little bit earlier. Your choice of colored diamonds, 80 stones, hand set, under $100 and 3 easy payments. All right, so that's one diamond option for you in this show. Whether you do 1, 2, 3, whatever you like, make your choice. But let me show you this next ring, because this is another really amazing diamond look. That looks so expensive. So this is brand new. You're the first to see it. Nobody else has seen this today. It is under $260. It is limited already, fewer than 100 to go around, all right? It's baguettes. Do you guys see this? You have these baguettes that are kind of situated as like cinching almost the look of the metal, and in between there, it's your choice of either the champagne diamonds. Is my thing rubbing? Because I hear something crackling in my IFB. It's driving me crazy. And then let me just show you the blue. Okay, and then take a look at the blue diamond. So the blue diamond, as you can see there, blue diamond with baguettes. Oh my gosh, is that gorgeous or what? The weight on this is phenomenal. So you've got a really amazing, not just carat weight at 1/2 carat, but the amount of silver that's here. Beautiful grill work on the inside. And I mean, if you're going to treat yourself to a diamond ring, oh my gosh, look at that ring. Here's one more thing I just want to leave you with real quickly with baguettes and Affinity. So the Affinity collection, again, has that checklist. It has to meet certain quality standards to be part of the Affinity jewelry line. They are natural of origin diamonds. Please know that. These are real diamonds. I wore Affinity diamonds on my wedding day. I bought myself a pair of diamond Affinity earrings and a necklace to match. I really believe strongly in this collection. I buy pieces from this collection for myself often. I'm an April baby. I feel like I'm entitled. But with baguettes, here's the thing. With most diamonds, you can facet it a lot. So if there are imperfections, the facets kind of blur out the imperfections because the facets create sparkle. So the sparkle kind of keeps your eye from seeing the imperfections. Baguettes don't have that luxury. Baguettes have like 4 cuts. So you really have to start with premium quality rough material if you're going to cut it into a baguette. So when you look at this ring, let me tell you, those baguettes are clean. They're white. They have a scintillation. The light really dances across the surface. I have seen baguettes in jewelry store jewelry and even department store jewelry. The baguettes are not nearly as nice as what you're getting here. A lot of times in those baguettes, you'll see little black flecks. You'll see a cloudiness. In our baguettes, there's clarity. In our baguettes, you have this beautiful white brightness. Look how great even the blue diamond looks matched back to the labradorite bracelet. I mean, wouldn't that be phenomenal? And I know that $259 is not a small chunk of change. Although the way you girls shop for Dooney and Burke handbags at $400 a piece, $259 is looking pretty good here. But this is diamonds, you guys. There are costume jewelers out there who will charge you $259 for one of their rings. This is diamonds. This is baguettes. In the champagne, that's natural color. So the blue is also what those stones would become if they'd had time over thousands of years to become that color. We use a process that only allows the stone to sort of speed up that process. They wouldn't be this shade of blue if that wasn't inherently what was going to happen eventually. It's very common in the jewelry industry, but we like to make sure that we, disclose that to you. If you want natural colored diamonds, like how they came out of the ground, then you want the champagne. Size 8, 9, and 10. Fewer than 6 to go around. How about that? J273493. Oh, cannot wait to read the reviews on that. It is such a good piece. All right, so a couple of things. I don't know that we're going to get to these, but I'm really wanting you to know that they're available. So, Labradorite's been popular in the show. This is our Labradorite slide design pendant with the chain. Only a couple hundred left for the day. Sale price goes away at midnight. J268932. Take a look at this piece. Really cool, fancy cuts of that Mozambique garnet. So this is J268842 at $84.62. Ethiopian opal. Some of the most beautiful color and fire in an opal that you will find. It's becoming more and more popular. That means that the rough material is going to be becoming more limited, and you're going to start to see, prices being even more than this. J265388, and my director, Meg, thank you for reminding me, it's also the October birthstone. Is your birthday in October, Meg? Yes. So no wonder she was eyeing that piece. It's really lovely. So if you really have always been disappointed that opals are a little too milky to really see that fire, the Ethiopian opal is really known for that beautiful color. All right, so let's take a stroll down the yellow brick road as we look at these ruby slipper pieces. What we've done here is, for the last year or so, we've offered the ruby slipper Wizard of Oz pendant in a certain size. What we're going to call today in the large, all right? And that's this one right here. This is the one that most of you have seen. Per your requests, many of you wanted us to offer a smaller scale size slipper, either because you wanted to give it to your daughter or granddaughter, or maybe you just preferred a more petite version of this style. So that's what we're introducing as brand new today. So you have your choice here of the small ruby slippers for $62 on Easy Pay, the larger ruby slippers for $72 and on Easy Pay, and the box that it comes in is just as ruby red glittery as the box itself. So let me hand off this one larger version to my buddy Jameer, and he's going to put that on one of the models, and then we'll talk about these. So what is it about these ruby slippers? All right, listen, I have been at QVC for a very long time, and at one time here we used to carry great items from the Warner Brothers studios. We even did some Wizard of Oz shows. Some of you may remember that for one of those shows, David Venable and I actually dressed up as the Scarecrow and Dorothy. And there was even a really great little promo commercial that they ran for that show where I was laying on the bed in a blue and white check-like pinafore. David was leaning over me, checking on me, popped into the window. Who was there? Like Rick Domeyer and Dave King, who used to work here, and Chef Jeff Parker, who was here at one time. And they were kind of like, the Ray Bolger and the Burt Lahr, kind of checking on Dorothy. Oh, it was hilarious. We shot it in grainy black and white. Oh, we had so much fun. I have loved the Wizard of Oz movie ever since I was a kid. It used to be on every February. It was the one night, when I was a kid that I was allowed to stay up until 10 o'clock and watch the whole thing. Completely enamored of the story, completely impressed that in 1939, when most movies were still being shot in black and white, here was this vision of multiple filmmakers and directors, really, where it went from black and white into color. What's really neat, too, is that if you read the Frank Baum book of Wizard of Oz, the slippers aren't even ruby red in the story. That was a creative license move by Warner Brothers to, make the slippers that ruby red color. Of course, there were, they thought actually 5 pairs that Judy Garland wore for the film. film. Sometimes she would wear them for dance scenes. Sometimes she'd wear them for close-ups. One pair was actually owned by Debbie Reynolds and recently auctioned off. You know, I mean, there's just this mystery and lore. There's a pair of them at the Smithsonian. Believe me, I've stood in line to look at them. And they're just really, there's something magical. And the story, of course, behind the ruby slippers more than anything else is there's no place like home. So you look at these, and maybe this is what you give your college daughter just to remind her that she's always welcome back home. Maybe your little granddaughter is 6 or 7 and she's discovered the Wizard of Oz movie and she can't wait to, you know, watch it all of the time. We are really excited to offer you this more petite version. It comes in the gift box. This is exclusive to QVC for a year, so you won't find it anywhere else. All done in sterling silver and those hand-set ruby crystals. And then here's an update for you. Close to 500 just ordered. The small ships out November 8th, so you'll have it for holiday gift giving. The large sold out of what we would ship in November, but now the large will ship out December 15th. Okay? Still should get it in time for holiday gift giving. So if you're interested in those, stay on the line. We did sell out of our Affinity ring. Thank you for your calls there. I know you're going to love that. And we're 10 minutes away from our polished and diamond cut twist hoop earrings, another one of our one-time onlys, 2 payments of Easy Pay, over 2,000 of those already ordered. How does that happen? You don't even know anything about them. But we'll talk about it coming up in just a few minutes. Oh, Danny Neufeld is back. I didn't scare him off.
I was worried about you. I was sitting in the groove and said,
please let her voice. You know, like I said, I feel fine.
Yeah, you feel better?
I feel fine. I just had a little tickle in my throat that wouldn't leave me alone.
It happened to me once.
I apologize.
No.
Good news is we're going to talk about your Druzy ring again.
I know,
I'll add my 2 cents this time. But before we get there, let me reintroduce you to Danny Neufeld. Danny brings this wonderful collection of jewelry called Orpaz to QVC. This is all sterling silver jewelry that is made in Israel. It has a very different look and feel than some of the other things that you've seen in the show, where we talked about clean and sleek and polished. There's more of an artisan crafted feel here. Nothing ever looks too perfect. That all plays into the beauty of the piece. And this is a design, gosh, one of the largest cabochons of labradorite you've ever used.
Correct.
But can I say, I'm just crazy about the way these swirls come up onto the stone. Looks really beautiful, Danny.
I love this design. Brand new for today's Creeds event. And again, I know we've went through a lot of labradorite items through the day, and when I look at this ring, it just looks different. If you like organic jewelry, if you like jewelry that have a little more character, a little more artisan crafted look, as you just mentioned, I think you're gonna love this ring. I mean, there's so much details and boldness and design in this ring that I really truly love it. And even, you know, I have to tell you a little secret. You know, when we started to produce this ring, we found out during production that it actually weighs a little more than we originally priced it. You know, we took the price, we took the same price, and the factory actually produced it heavier. So you really have the opportunity to get more silver. So you're really getting an amazing, and this is even on sale today.
I know.
So you're really getting a lot of sterling silver, a bold, solid sterling silver, and this is the only way that we can work out the deep texture that you're getting home. The beautiful oxidized texture that you see around the bezel, and then the high polished frame that goes in an organic round shape. And then look at the shank, look at the amount of silver, all been worked out with beautiful texture. You're getting a big, bold labradorite, AAA quality, in a great classic design. It's a true Orpaz look.
We talked earlier about things to keep in mind about labradorite, that it's the quality that we speak of has to do with, yes, that beautiful labradorescence, but there are going to be some fissures, there's going to be some streaks, there's going to be what look like cracks or imperfections in the stone, and that really doesn't speak to anything as it relates to the quality of the stone. Those are just, you know, that's the way it came out of the earth. That's Mother Nature. That's just part of what appreciating this stone is all about. So the quality of the shill or the labradorescence in these pieces are again held to the same standards as all of our jewelry here at
Correct.
QVC.
Yeah.
We now have a range that we will accept because we know and understand what you want. So again, know that you will get that beautiful color play in this ring,
Yep.
in a very large circle shape, which we frankly don't see the labradorite in a circle that often.
Correct.
Usually in an oval, which I think is interesting. It's fun to see it in this round.
Yes, it's a big, bold, large
Looks great
round,
with the
and
bracelet.
you know when you get a good quality AAA labradorite when you see the greenish, the bluish shades, and not like the fade grayish ones. And when you'll get it home, you'll see that this is a AAA labradorite. I love the scrolls. You're getting the way we did the setting with 3 different scrolls in 3 different sizes. Again, nothing is like you know, very equal. You know, everything is organic looking. Everything is artisan crafted looking. It's like a boutique type of jewelry. This is a jewelry that you cannot really get anywhere else. It's not something that you're gonna go to your department stores and find it. This is really comes from an amazing designer, and the organic look that we bring into the Orpaz, it's really something that it's different, it's unique, it's designer looking, and it's all made of solid sterling silver with the finest gemstones that's available in the market.
Look at that again, that beautiful shill. Look at the silhouette on your hand, the band of silver on the underside. You have a nice amount of silver there. It's a ring that's going to look great on your index finger, your ring finger, your middle finger. 3 payments on Easy Pay there. One of the largest labradorite stones we've ever used with Orpaz. It is J272155. All right, so we're going to revisit now our Druzy ring.
Yeah.
Since when we presented it earlier, I started to cough, and poor Danny had to do the entire presentation all by himself, but proved to all of us that he should be the next QVC show host hire. In any event, let's talk about, speaking of one of the largest ever,
Yeah.
one of the largest Druzy pieces we've ever featured in Orpaz, the only piece of Druzy jewelry I have for you in this 3-hour finale of our Creed Silver event. Beautiful colors, and they're all now into an advanced order.
Yes.
So we will ship these out to you December the 10th. Here are your options. Your first tone of Druzy is this beautiful, what we call rose. It really looks like pink gold. It looks like it's going to work back to your bronzo pieces.
Correct.
So this is a gorgeous color. We haven't been able to keep this in stock. You're loving it. I just think this is fantastic. Look at that shade of blue. It is vibrant, it's powerful, it's a great pop of color. Even if you're in head-to-toe black, you pop that blue, how great that's going to look. Here's probably the quietest version of
Classic.
Druzy,
Yeah.
because the silver of, and what we call this platinum, the platinum tone of the Druzy really blends into the silver metal work here. So you still see shimmer and reflection and sparkle, but there's not quite the contrast as we see on the other pieces. I love the black. And that's actually the most limited in the advanced orders as well. I think the black is great for those of you who've really been having fun wearing some of the gunmetal jewelry. If you have a black ceramic watch, I
Yep.
think it's fantastic. If you like those distressed metals that often are done in blackened tones, really, really cool look. What do you love about the style of this ring? And may I say, it's just about one of the most comfortable,
I know.
larger rings I've ever worn.
Yeah, we've been doing really well in the Orpaz collection with elongated ring. You know, I think the customer loves it because it makes your finger look longer, but at the same time, it's extremely comfortable because it's tapered through the back. I love and adore this ring, and I'm so happy we made it specially for today because of the size of the Druzy. You know, this is the largest Druzy stones we ever brought to QVC.
Wow.
It's about 30 millimeter in length. And, you know, just to remind you, we have our best sellers Druzy ring.
Yes.
This size of stones, it's about 3 times the original
Wow.
Druzy ring. So you're really getting an exceptional size of the Druzy. And, even because of the geo, the geo is not like a straight stones. And if we can show it, just to get the size of the stone, it's extremely difficult. It took us over 2 months just to get the delivery and to cut the stones. And then there's something that works really well with the Orpaz look, the organic look, and the Druzy stones. You know, we've seen many Druzy designs in QVC, but the organic look of Orpaz, the way the oxidized been worked, the way the scroll and the design work of the silver wire works so well with the jersey that I think that it's a great, again, a great designer piece of jewelry.
This measures 1 3/8 of an inch long. It's 3/4 of an inch wide. It's flattering on your finger. Again, that elongated style makes your fingers look a little bit longer. It's something that looks very proportionate. The way that the silver, kind of is sculpted to just sit on your hand. I mean, it's almost like a saddle, just kind of perfectly, placed right on top of there. I love the feminine detailing.
If you can show the side view, this is where the silver artwork, oh, that's a great
pretty?
shot.
Look
Thank
at
you
that.
so much. You see the little scrolls and the silver wire, the solid silver wire that goes all the way around. It goes the same on the other side. So you're really getting a lot of solid sterling silver, a beautiful organic design, and then the druzy in the center, the huge druzy in the
Finished
center
really
is
nice.
just phenomenal.
Again, it just slides right on there. You can open and close your hand. It doesn't flop from one side to the other, which I think is so nice. There's that blue that, is just that gorgeous, glorious pop. Let me grab the other colors here.
Yeah.
If you love that
I didn't
pink.
decide which one I like.
Oh, they're all great.
The
I
rose
mean,
and the black are brand new colors for the Orpas collection
Nice.
today. So
Love
I'm
that
really
pink.
excited about that.
Isn't that pretty? Look how pretty it looks with skin tones. If you picked up our Ecclesi Druzy watch
It
that we
matches
had
perfectly
earlier,
in colors.
all 4 of these
Yep.
colors match back to that watch. Isn't that nice that we did that for
Yes.
you? And then here's, again, what I was saying is kind of the most quiet
Classic.
of the grouping, simply because you still have a lot of shimmer, you still have a lot of sparkle, but the color of the druzy is the same color as the metal, so that just kind of all softly blends together. This is $89 and change. We are into advanced orders after selling out of our original quantities. It is J274895. Over 1,700 of these ordered just in this show. They were brand new today. You're the first to see them. These were not on earlier in the day, all throughout the day. They debuted in our finale tonight, and this is your last opportunity to dial in for them. We're going to go to our phones. Kathy's joining us from North Carolina. Hi, Kathy. How are you?
I'm just fine, Jill. How are you?
Doing terrific. May I introduce you to Danny?
Hi, Danny.
Hey, Kathy, how are you?
I'm great.
So your thoughts on this Orpaz Druzy Quartz ring?
It's gorgeous. I love druzy.
Oh, good.
Thank you so
Beautiful.
much.
Well, this druzy is a doozy. Let's just say that. Which color did you choose?
I got the blue.
Oh, that
Oh,
vibrant
I
cobalt.
love the blue. Love the blue.
Fantastic.
This is starting my Christmas shopping.
Oh, good
here
for
you
you.
go.
For yourself or someone else, Kathy?
Someone else.
Someone else. Very nice. For somebody who's never seen the druzy in person or worn it, what would you tell them that you love about it?
I just think it's so sparkly and pretty. It's the first thing you notice.
Yes.
Yep.
That piece of jewelry with the druzy.
Yeah, kind of hard to take your eye off of it once it
is.
catches
It
you.
really
isn't
is.
it?
And
Yeah.
I love the long look of the ring. Tends to elongate your fingers.
Yes.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Do you own any
Beautiful.
other Orpas jewelry?
I don't know. I have so much QVC jewelry that I have no idea.
Well, you'll really love the
Yes.
feel, or whoever receives it, I'm sure, will really appreciate that kind of, one-of-a-kind look. It very much has that artisan crafted feel to it.
I think it does. It's beautiful.
Oh,
Thank
so
you
glad you
so
could
much.
join us, Kathy. Thanks for calling.
Thank you very much for talking to me, Jill. Good night.
My pleasure. Good
Bye-bye.
night. So if you're on the line here, stay on the line. 2,000 of these have been ordered. We're into advanced orders. They'll ship out in December. If you ordered that Ecclesi watch, these are colors that are all designed to match. The black, the platinum, the blue, or the rose, they're $89.72, and they're J274895. Safe travels home to Israel.
Thank you very
Look
much.
forward to seeing you again
Yes.
soon. Yeah, thanks, Danny.
Bye-bye.
Listen, also a reminder, if you're just joining us, you missed this earlier, and now, listen, the countdown is starting. We are in the final hour of our Creed event. So this is J272962. It's a Ricio bracelet, first ever for the Ultrafine collection. 5 payments on Easy Pay. Solid sterling silver, over 42 grams of silver in the 7 1/4 inch length, over 47 grams of silver in the 8 inch length, over 1,500 ordered just in this show. The 8 inch will ship out immediately, but there's only 3 dozen left. The 7¼ inch, we're in advanced orders. There's only 500 of those left. They will ship out December 10th. So if you want that 7¼ inch, just remember, we don't have a second advanced order. So use that Easy Pay, get that value. It feels amazing. It's the original kind of soft bangle, but in ultra fine.